Okay, and then the last one, this is just follow along with me. Okay, so we have to solve these equations. There are 3 answers for x. You've done these before. I just want to keep it fresh in your head. That's the point of it. Okay, if you don't do it, you forget it. 3 answers. So what do I have for x's? I've got x to the 3rd power, x to the 2nd power, and I've got x to the 1st. So obviously I need my factoring boxes. So there's 3 terms. So 3 means I'd look for a GCF, and then I would do my T table. Okay, so GCF, negative in front, nope. You do have X on everything, so you got to put X right there. And then 3, 24, and 45. I'm going to get my GCF calculator now. Amazing what you can do with technology. Okay, GCF calculator up here, and then I need to enter in 3, 24, and 45 and see if those can actually divide by anything. So 3, 24, 45, okay? That's 3, okay? So the GCF is 3x. So I will divide all these by 3x. Now 3x pops out here, and then 3 divided by 3 is 1, and then x to the 3rd divided by x takes the x to the 2nd. 24 divided by 3 is 8, and then I have x, and then 45 divided by 3 is 15, and then these x's, see you later. Okay, now I do my chart. I go A, B, and C. So A times C. I take positive 1 times positive 15, and that's positive 15. So since it's positive, that's a sum. So sum of 8. So 1 and 15, nope. 2's a decimal, 3 and 5, yep. So 8, you got minus 8, so I've got minus 5, and a sum would mean they're both the same, so minus 3. Okay, now look at the A. The A is not 3, okay? The A is 1, okay? 1x to the 2nd. So I know that's just 2 parentheses with x and x. Again, I had a lot of people in the last test making 4 out of that. No, because the 3's out here. This is the A, B, C. Okay, the x to the 2nd has a 1 in front. So x, minus 3, minus 5. And you did have a GCF, 3x. And since that has an x, it gets an F label. So that's F1, F2, F3. Okay, so 3x can equal 0. X minus 3 can equal 0. X minus 5 can equal 0. Okay, so I'll put 1s in front of that. This one, all we have to do is divide by 3. And 0 divided by 3 is 0. And then plus 3, that's going to be 3. I don't need to divide it by 1. And then plus 5, that's 5. I don't need to divide that by 1. Okay, my next problem, 5x to the 2nd power minus 6x minus 2. Okay, there's 2 answers here because of the x to the 2nd. Okay, so x 2nd and x to the 1st means we have to draw our boxes. So the 0's there. If it's not, you need to get rid of it. Okay, there's 3 terms, so GCF. And again, I go with my T table. Okay, so GCF, negative in front, nope. X on everything, nope. Okay, so let's see what it says, but some of you probably already know, a lot of you do. 5, 6, and 2 gives me a 1 GCF. So if it's positive 1, just get rid of it. Okay, so I take A times C. So I'll be taking positive 5 times negative 2, and that's negative 10. So I got a negative product, so that's going to be a difference of 6, okay? 1 and 10, nope. 2 and 5, that's down to 3, so that's a fail, okay? So now I have my quadratic formula. So opposite of B, that would be positive 6, plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac. b squared minus 4ac. So b, I take the negative 6. And then I always have 4 here. That's part of the equation. And then A is 5 and C is -2. Okay? And on bottom, I got 2 and 5. Okay, so I've got 6, and then the square root, and then the product of 2 and 5. So I know I've got 6 plus or minus, and then 2 times 5 is 10. Now I'm going to plug the square root into my calculator. So I go second, square root. You need to make a double parentheses at the beginning. You have to do that, okay? And then I will be putting -6, close that, and hit your second power key right here. And then after that, we have to hit a minus sign, and then a parentheses of 4, a parentheses of 5, and a parentheses of -2, okay? 8.71 or 72, okay? Okay, now I take 6 plus 8.72, click equals 14.72, and then I divide by 10, just like that. So 1.47. Okay, then I take 6 minus 8.72, hit equals, and then divide by 10. -0.27, okay? Now, if you don't know, if your calculator, if you're one of the 2 people that don't use these kind of calculators, again, to figure this out, you make 2 square roots. You take -6 times -6, 4 times 5 times -2. So that gives me 36 minus, and then that's going to give me -40 plus, that's 76. And then I find the square root of 76, and that's the same thing, okay? But if you have a calculator that does this, there's no point in doing this. Okay, next problem. Now you got parentheses, so when you come across problems in parentheses, the first thing is to know how many answers. This one only has 1. This one has 2. Okay, so if there's no second power to find the one answer, you're just going to do your rainbows like you know. 8 times x is 8x, and then 8 times 2 is 16, and then equals 32. Then I just get the x by itself. I undo the minus 16 by plussing 16. So 8x equals 48, and then I divide by 8, and that is 6. Okay. Okay, next problem, there's 2 answers, so we can't do the rainbows with the second power, so we need to replace that expression with q, and we'll make a table that says x minus 2 equals, because that's what's in it, and x minus 2 equals, okay? So the q is going to have an 8 in front as a multiplier. It's going to be to the second power, and it's going to equal 32. So then I don't have to add or subtract, I just divide by my 8. And that's 4, so q to the second power is 4. Then I square root each side. And q equals 2, but it could be positive or negative whenever you square root. So I put 2, -2. And all I need to do is add 2 to both these answers. So x is 4. And -2 plus 2 is 0.